Howdy howdy, my name is John, and this video is a review and discussion of the book Animal Farm by George Orwell. I'm going to keep the review portion of this video fairly short. I gave this book 5 stars, and I highly encourage you to read it. And then after you've read it, come back and watch this video. Because now I'm going to discuss the book and get into a few spoilers. What I liked most about this book is that it does work on 2 levels. First of all, we just have the surface story. It works fairly well as a story. It does drag a little bit toward the end, but overall I found it a satisfying story. However, it also works as a criticism. This book was written in 1943 when Great Britain and the Soviet Union were allies fighting in World War II. This book serves as a criticism of both the capitalism in Britain and the communism in the Soviet Union. First, let's talk about how this is a criticism of capitalism. At the beginning of the story, the animals are working in a capitalistic system, and they are suffering from the poor management of the owner of the farm. When this mismanagement becomes unbearable, the animals overtake the farmer and take over his farm. The animals force the farmer to flee. Without a strong sense of ethics, capitalism winds up becoming a strongman type of rule where money replaces physical strength. The failure of a business is often seen as a positive in a capitalistic system. However, capitalism very often neglects those that are hurt by a business's closure. After the animals expel Jones from his farm, they set up what is essentially a communist regime. At first, the farm does well. The animals work hard and they provide for themselves. However, the pigs begin to take over the decision making. The pigs take away the milk and the apples, reserving it for themselves, claiming that science has proved that that food benefits the pigs the most. Slowly, the farm begins to fail. At the end of the book, the pigs and the farmers have a meeting, and the rest of the animals look at them and cannot tell the difference between the two. We have the benefit of history. We can see how this book predicts the fall of the Soviet Union. I was in high school when the Berlin Wall fell, and the Soviet Union was broken apart. The Soviet Union primarily failed because its system of governance could not produce the goods that it needed to survive. What really struck me about this book is how it applies to U.S. politics today. You can see both sides really playing out the script from this book. This book doesn't offer any solutions. It's up to those of us who are watching politics with hanged heads. It is up to us to find the solutions that work best in our own life and jealously guard the freedom to make the decisions that affect our lives. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.